Everybody has camera face on himself. Please, what is the essence of the worship? Is it God or man? So that's the problem. So nothing is passing. Nothing is passing. As much as we are trying to communicate to the world there, darkness is pushing deeper and deeper. We must be intense with what we are doing. We must be able to export what we are doing from inside the church outside into the darkness, and darkness be affected. But darkness is not feeling the weight of the light coming from church, because the light is now divided and the light is now fighting each other. The light is competing against each other. Light that should be complementing each other is now fighting against each other. If you have one light here, there's already a light here. This same light, another light want to stay where there is also light already. All of us shining, and when the light becomes too much, it becomes a nuisance. But look at that light, this light that is here. If you look into here now, you may not, from here you won't see where. But if you come into this place now, you will notice that there are more than different colors of light here. There's a blue light here, there's a yellow light here. If you are doing studio, you need more than one type of light. You cannot say my own light is the best light. Every other light is useless. You will see inside studio, there are small lights that are not bigger than this. How many of you have noticed that? And you know it has its impact. It has its impact. Every light has its own impact. That big light is good. But the small light, we are the structure light. The beauty of light is in their fitness. It's not in their shining. You can be placed in a place where you are shining. You are a nuisance. In fact, as somebody is covering, the light is becoming too much. It's supposed to be light, but it's now becoming too much. What kind of light do you want to put inside a car? So somebody is thinking his own light is the biggest. The way it's shining. You now carry this type of light. Okay, maybe you don't have a car, but you have entered a car. Imagine that you carry this type of light. In the name that you want to show that you are better than everybody, you put it inside your car. Then you are driving, you on this light. Can I tell you what will happen? You will have accident. Anybody who drives car tells you that the lower the light inside the car, the brighter you see. When aeroplanes are about to land, if you enter aeroplane, what's the instruction they give you when the aeroplane is about to land? All the light will be put off. Your light is beautiful where God placed you. Every light will not be the same way. The beauty of the light is where God placed you. So what we should have in the body of Christ is complementing each other, not trying to outshine each other. When we remove trying to outshine each other, we will make more impact. Sometimes it's very embarrassing when we go for meeting, those of us in leadership, and we try to sit down and they tell you that the total number of Christians in Nigeria are over 100 million, and you look like this. Does it look like we have up to 100 million Christians in Nigeria? With what you see, the level of darkness and corruption you see around, it's not looking like that, because the lights are fighting each other. 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 And that's where your generation comes in. So everybody wants to face the same place. Apostle was talking about mountains. Everybody wants to face the same place. We are not facing other places. If we don't face other places, you are the one that is going to lose. Mr. Abraham was talking about the Corpus Alawi that is coming. 77 money. But the reality of what he's saying is that the highest employer of labor in most part of the north is school. And one of the highest cadre of schools are private school. And private school don't pay 77,000. What range do they pay? Those of you who teach in private school. Like how much? 40,000. No, don't say the highest is 70. Because you can talk for your school. Where again? How many of you know that there are schools where people are teaching and they are paying them 20,000? 19,000, 15,000 per month. Oh, you don't know? You don't know that there are places they pay 15,000 per month? No. 7,000. But it's as bad as we are saying it. What they pay teachers. In this part of the north, the highest employer of labor, the biggest industry is what? Is school. So if we don't sit down and start teaching the young people how to survive, we are doing a great disadvantage to ourselves. So we all can't face one direction like this. We have to divide ourselves into different directions so that as people rise in those mountains, they can pull other people up. That is the goal of a Christian rising. Your first goal is to glorify God, serve God with whatever He has given you. The second goal is to pull somebody up also. Because see, you're pulling somebody up is not a threat to your life. Until we remove those mentality, you know where competition comes inside the church, we see ourselves as a threat to one another. I don't see anybody as a threat to my life. You don't know what I'm doing. You only know one thing I'm doing. I don't see anybody as a threat to my life. We see each other as a threat to our life. So when somebody is up there, he's even trying to cover it so that when you ask him, what's happening there? He said nothing. A false lie and said there's nothing. No, did you see anything? Nothing. We are afraid to pull other people up. And I understand there have been a lot of betrayal and disappointment. But believe me, only you up here is not very useful. The revival we are talking about, the end time revival we are talking about, is not going to come through a pastor here. It's going to come through a pastor who has imparted others, and everybody is manifesting the gift of the Spirit in a form of orderliness, because the disorderliness is also worst. But it's not going to come like that. Nobody is a threat to another person. Don't think somebody is a threat to you. Nobody is a threat to you. We need more of ourselves inside what we are doing now. What we are doing is far too small to compete with darkness. Far too small to compete with darkness. Far too small. Somebody called me some time back and he said, I want to thank you. And I said, what are you thanking me for? He said, I just want to thank you. That was like 2 years ago. That man came from, is it Benin or Asaba? I don't know. He came for a program. And then he came for a program for one of the big churches. And then he requested that he wants to stay in a Christian guest house. They took him to an hotel. He couldn't stay there. He wasn't looking for the beauty of the hotel. He was looking for where he can feel the presence of God because of his assignment he came to. They took him to one of the biggest hotels. As he was coming out from his room, it's marijuana they were using to welcome him in the hotel. He went to another one. He couldn't stay. It was big. Almost hotel everywhere now. Disco in the night. Big. He can't focus. Then somebody said, there's one small one. He's born again. Then he came there to that our guest house. We didn't even want AC for him. He slept there. He said he can feel God. In the night he woke up. He was praying. He couldn't believe that he can go around and be praying. When he finished the program, he came back from Benin to do 1 week retreat from Benin to Sokoto. Benin to Sokoto. That, he has found one that is 100% born again, where they don't smoke, they don't drink, and you can pray. He doesn't know. We fight ourselves, so we have not become useful in the land. That's why we're talking about being planted. Being planted in the house of the Lord. There's a danger of not being planted. There's a danger of coming into the house of God and not being planted. Not being planted is your heart is not here. Your heart is divided. And you can't flourish. Flourish is not money. You can't flourish. You can't. The kind of persecution, I sometimes as a leader, I just get worried. The kind of fight we fight each other, the competition we do among ourselves. Do you know what is waiting for you out there? They are employing. They won't employ you. When you qualify, they look for another thing. There was a time, see Dr. Glory asked her, she went to do an interview, one of the military interviews. Let her tell you what she saw there. Because sometimes you need to come in terms with the reality of what is on ground. So we even help you to pray and appreciate some teachings. Take for example where we are now. What is the highest industry where people work? Teaching. Followed by NGOs. In this town, the highest employer of labor in this town is teaching. And this teaching is not private school, it's government school in this city. That's how it spawns Sokoto, Cape and Farah like that. And if you think that Sokoto is the worst place, go to the south too. They have their problem there too. It will interest you to know that there are people there too who don't have job. I'm telling you. I met a young man who read a very fantastic course 2 years ago in Ibadan. He served here. After 5 years of serving, the best he's doing, which is good, is Uber in Ibadan. He said there's no job. %40 of those who got the job can't tell you the full detail of how they got the job. They can't tell you the full story. There are things you may not appreciate now. Probably they are paying your bill. Or there's a sugar somebody did. When you face the reality, you see that there's a lot of work we still need to do. You see that there's a lot of work we still need to do. That we need to learn more, pray more, because of what is outside. The darkness outside is much. The light we are generating inside is not much. Getting admission into school is a problem. That you pass is not a yardstick you'll be giving admission. There are people that have been branded for a particular course. We have all these complicated problems. And we still have young people who are not willing to learn. We still have young people that what they are learning is completely different. No application to your present reality. You need to sit down and create an enabling heart to learn. I'm telling you, the situation of Nigeria, only God can make it better. The present leaders, they have no plan to make it better. I was just reading over the news today how a former governor called Wike is meeting with state House of Assembly members in UK. UK, that's where they are doing meeting. much waste of resources. On one side, there is massive wastage. On another side, there is massive deprivation and poverty. Should you not be bothered on how to survive? I spoke about the courses you are offering on Sunday. Many of you are taking courses that has no relevance to where you are going. You are just exciting your spirit. It's when you get to where you are looking for work, you will know that they don't use spirit to look for work. You can survive with your spirit, but they don't use it to look for work. So you have to sit down and find out where you are going and the courses you need. Practical course. Which one is elective? Which one is compulsory? Which one you have to know? And I've told you, two people don't read the same course. Don't compare yourself. This stupid comparison people are doing. Two people coming to church, two friends coming to church and behaving the same way. One is wise, one is a fool. You can't have two wise people at the same time. You can't. Many years ago, when I got into university, UG1, I was so excited. My two friends were from Lagos. Two of them were in the same fellowship. I was a Bible study teacher. They were in the drama group. They know what people are doing now. They are from Lagos. Smart guys. They feel that the SOKOTO people are extremely backward, yet they came to SOKOTO to school. If you see them talk about SOKOTO, like they condemn the place and they are here schooling. In my house, we have been discipled to sleep 9 p.m. Once it's 9 p.m. in my house, light off, you sleep. So when I got to school, that affected me. We were in the same class, doing the same course. When it's 9 p.m., that's when these guys are going to campus. How many of you noticed that during examination time, the passage to the classes are filled? You don't need security. Just follow them that time. In fact, they will wake me. Sometimes I'm not sleeping deeply. I'm hearing what they are saying. They say, Omo come for Jonani. Do you know the interpretation? That this young man is just burning his father's money, wasting his. See how he's sleeping. So they will wake me. I will carry my book. I will follow them. We'll go to the class. They will buy cola nut. They will buy tom tom. I don't eat cola nut. I don't lick tom tom. And then they will sit down in the class, open their book. See, the class is full like this. People are reading. Some are reading. In the bit of reading, somebody can just say, "Pow!" It's reading. Oh. And the ones that are born again will go outside too. They are all reading. Oh. The one that is not born again will sit inside. Pow! Just like that. And then those ones that are born again, after some time, they will go outside the class. You see them. They are also reading. Oh. They will come back again and sit down. So I say, So, UG1, I was just new. So I noticed when we are returning 2 a.m., honestly speaking, I have not read more than one page. Because I will sleep and sleep. There was a day that by the time I woke up, my notebook has torn. Saliva has poured on it. I slept on it. But I don't want to look like the horde, this local boy, when two guys from Lagos. So at the time my first semester result came out, honestly, it was a poem. I'm serious. It was EEDDCEEE, like that. So I said to myself, what exactly is going on? So they now said they introduced another system. Since we are doing the same course, let's be reading and discussing together. So I said, okay, this is better. So everybody will go to class. By 11, we will pause to discuss. When we start discussion, somebody will bring another topic that is not book. And then we'll continue. Down. And then I started talking myself. What time do you read best? Where do you read that you understand? See, I started talking to myself. So, number one, I canceled night reading. It's not part of me. I don't understand. Number two, sincerely speaking, every time I read in church environment, maybe because that's where I serve, because I have to come back from permanent site. I have to come back from permanent site to Anglican church to teach Sunday school children. Some of the people I was teaching, Pastor Benga Jigiri is there. I was teaching in children's church Sunday school. Kemi Jerome is there. Pastor Chima Peter's wife is there. People I was teaching in children's church, they are still alive. Oh. So I will come hours every Monday. We used to have what we call kiddies fellowship for teenagers and children. I will leave the school and come like 1:30. Sit down and sincerely, between that 2 to 4:30, what I cover, only me, it's like I've covered for days. I'm writing. As I'm reading, I'm writing. As I'm reading, I'm writing. As I'm writing, I'm setting questions for myself. Questions I will answer, which 75% comes out in exam. So when we enter UG2, my result started unwinding UG1. These guys were still laughing at me. 9 p.m. They come back 4 a.m. That's when they return. When they are coming back from the hostel like this, sir, fear will catch you that you are at home. Somebody left 9 p.m. and is coming back 4 a.m. like this. And then I check the UG2 result of my friend Yinka. He has 6F. So I know that night reading is not paying him. You see, the biggest problem in life is to have a friend that you think that you are the same. You is a fool. And that's why when I see people who come to church, some don't write anything, some don't pray when others are praying. Sir, preaching is going on, some people are going up and down. Preaching is going on, some people are playing with their phone. I used to be disturbed before, not thrown into church. The Bible says, don't rejoice over me. If I fall 7 times, I will rise up again. The problem is if you don't even acknowledge you are falling. You are falling and you are telling people that you are sleeping. You must acknowledge that something is wrong with the way you are going for you to get the right result. I can proudly tell you under God that everything I have learned in my life was inside church. And in fact, not many churches, one inside this place. Everything I've learned in life from here is a take-up point to connecting to other places. Sir, serving God and being planted in the house of God is a plus, it's not a minus. It is the way you are serving him that is a problem. It is your heart you need to check. The way your heart is connected to God, it's not the same way your body is connected to God. Your body can look connected to God and your heart is disconnected to God. Unfortunately, the Bible says God sees only the heart. That's why when you see a